My son did something very cruel and I don't like him anymore. My son, Daniel, has admittedly always been a bit socially awkward, didn't have many friends during his teenage years, struggled a bit throughout college years with anxiety etc., just to give context to the story. My wife and I were still of course proud of him for being a nice guy but obviously yearned for him to be a bit more accepted socially, not that we care, just that we know it was hard on him and he expressed to us how he felt lonely a lot of time. However, after he got his first real job in his mid-20s he really came out of his shell and got his first girlfriend, that we know of anyway. I'll refer to her as Sarah. Sarah was just lovely, kind, patient, funny, friendly. My wife and I couldn't be more delighted that Daniel had found an amazing partner. He really came out of his shell and starting doing things with her he rarely ever did, started going to the gym, started going on trips on the weekend, vacations abroad etc. He really was like a new man. She lived about 90 minutes away and he even started driving so he could see her more easily. Out of nowhere we noticed Sarah hadn't been seen or mentioned for a couple of weeks. When I asked Daniel about it he just grunted something about that they broke up. We obviously sympathized with him and didn't push for details on what happened or who broke up with who. My wife and I joked together that we were more heartbroken than he seemed to be. Daniel got a new girlfriend literally a week later, which seemed a bit quick, but we figured none of our business. That's the way it goes, especially in the modern dating app world. Anyway, as luck would have it, my wife started a new job where she learned that she was working with Sarah's aunt. They became friendly, and after a couple of weeks after connecting the dots, Sarah's aunt explained that basically Daniel out of nowhere decided to ghost, basically go no contact with telling the other person anything. Sarah, after 9 months of what seemed like a pretty intense relationship. He didn't break up with her over text or anything, literally just started ignoring her messages, blocked her from social media and never spoke to her again. I was like WTF, but a few weeks later a mutual buddy I have with Sarah's father let slip drunkenly he had heard the same thing when I probed, and Sarah was devastated. I can't even fathom how psycho you would have to be to just ghost someone, especially after how much she did for him. My wife and I haven't said anything to him about it, but we're just horrified we raised a son who would treat someone like that. We both can't stand having him around the house after how he treated that lovely girl. Just needed to get it off chest because I just don't get how you could treat somebody like that.